Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Now today I'd like to return to complete part 2 of my 2004 British ORP. So let's have a look at the lunch and dinner components and see if any of those are still edible. Welcome back to my part 2 of the British 24-hour 2004 ORP. Now I already have lunch portion of this menu out on the tray ready to go, and out of those contents that was in the 24-hour pack for lunch, I've just, nice and simple, I've chose cream of chicken soup. There is some biscuits brown. And with the biscuits brown, I thought we'll take a look at the chicken and herb pate. Now I'm not holding out much hope for that. That is 15 years old and it contains meat, but we'll see. We also have some of the old style biscuits fruit. And I managed to salvage from that very depressing looking accessory pack an instant coffee, a whitener, and I still have a little bit of the sugar left, which I use for the tea. So let's start where I always like to start and make the beverages. So instant coffee, made on the 5th of the 11th 2003. Now there was 2 of these and both managed to survive with a little bit of wiping down with a warm soapy cloth. So let's see how they lasted. Now there's a fine powder coffee in there. So that looks pretty good condition. We'll see about the beverage whitener. Very tough packaging. It's probably what's helped them survive so well. Just bring the scissors in for that one. And again, that looks in very good condition. And we'll use the rest of the sugar from the one surviving sachet. So all the contents there look in great shape again. And we'll bring in a US MRE spoon. Let's give that a stir. Clean the spoon. So nice dark looking roast coffee there. But before we have a taste of that, I think we'll take a look at the cream of chicken soup. And I have another mug here. It says 500 mils. Very, very strong packages. I think I'm going to need to use the scissors for that over the bin. Okay, try not to spill it everywhere. And again, a very good looking condition powder. Smells okay. So, like before, we'll give it a good old full quantity of hot water. Now it does say for 500 mils, which is a British canteen cup. This is slightly smaller, so hopefully the soup should be thicker, which should be nice. I prefer a thicker soup anyway. We'll just leave that a few minutes to do what it's got to do. I'll wipe that spoon off. Okay. Now I'll have a look at the old school biscuits brown. Now they still have biscuits brown from time to time in the more modern variants, but I do think that they have slightly changed their flavour They used to be a lot more sweeter back in the older days, and also they look a lot more darker. Nice dark looking cracker or biscuit. So there is 6 in there. I should just get 3 out for now. Let's put the others to one side. And then another old favourite of mine, the biscuits fruit. Now I remember these being a cinnamon flavour. Usually stand up well. Just had a little bit of crushing there. Again, 6 biscuits. I should just get 3 and a bit out. These changed. When I was serving, when I first started serving, the biscuits fruit was something like a Garibaldi biscuit. I don't know if you know of a Garibaldi biscuit. And then later on they got replaced with these cinnamon ones. The Garibaldis had proper raisins and currants in them. But these were still very nice. And the chicken and herb pate. This is the one that I don't, there was a hiss, I don't hold much hope for. But wow, that does look and smell in good shape. So where shall we start? I can still see a couple of dry bits there in the soup, so I'll just give that another final stir. So let's start with the coffee. Dark looking roast, very strong. Oh, extremely bitter. I don't think I've added enough water there. Again, these are made for the 500ml mug. It's strong coffee, bitter. Again, it tastes like a cheap store-bought instant coffee, but then again, most ration coffees do. But in terms of condition and being very bitter, because I think it's a little bit strong for this small cup, that's a perfect coffee. Nothing at all wrong with that or the creamer. Excellent. Very strong, but nice and decent. Take a look at the soup, which is now starting to thicken. Some herbs float in there, cream of chicken, and there's some herbs in it. You can taste the cream. It doesn't taste like it's got a... Is anything wrong with that? Again, these are exceptionally good condition, and I just can't believe how well it's held up. Again, that chicken soup, nothing at all wrong with that. So the main part of this lunch, the chicken and herb pate, that's very soft. I don't know if you can see the texture of that. I'm a little bit worried about this one. I'll have a little smell first. It smells okay. A tiny taste. I think that might be okay. There is a slight aftertaste there. It's very soft. And because it's the chicken liver, another small taste. I'm not going to risk the chicken liver pate. That smells okay, it looks okay. There is a slight staleness taste, but nothing too bad. Possibly edible, but with it being a meat pate, I can't really justify tasting that. And I don't know if you can see at the bottom of the can there is a liquid running out there, so I just can't take the risk. Possibly okay, smells okay, but I need to go to work and feed my family. I can't take the risk with that one. The biscuits brown, they are crisp, Good standard wholemeal brown biscuit, cracker. Again, nothing wrong with that. No bleachy smell. It still has some crunch. Let's try a little bit in the soup. A great crunchy biscuit to go in the soup. You could break that up and make little croutons out of it. Good solid wheat cracker, nice flavour, nice texture. I'll drink this extremely strong coffee. At that strength it actually seems like filter coffee. And the good old favourite, a little bit of broken one there, the biscuits fruit. I will break another. Now that didn't snap, that felt a little bit soft. That's gone stale. That one is soft. That one has compromised. Unfortunately, there must have been a little leak in the packet. That is, doesn't taste bad, just soft and stale. Probably still be edible, but that's definitely gone past its best, which is a shame. Out of the two, I would rather the biscuits fruit survived, but I'm sure again they'll still be edible. So apart from the chicken pate, which hopefully everybody understands the reasons why I'm not taking a bite of that, everything for the lunch menu was still in reasonable or perfect condition. So let's move on to the evening dinner. So welcome back to the evening meal. Now for the evening meal, what I have left is the pork casserole, the treacle pudding, we have a drinking chocolate mix, and we'll take a look at some of the boiled fruit sweets. Obviously I would have another Yorkie bar left over and probably some biscuits, fruit and various other bits and pieces, but this will make up the bulk of the evening meal. So I'm going to start where I like to start, and that is making up the drinks. So this evening, or in the evening, we'll be having the drinking chocolate. Again, this makes up 500 mils, which is the large British mug. And these packs are virtually impossible to tear. You do need to cut them. So, traditionally, I know from previous experience, the British drinking chocolates are, in my opinion, among the finest. So, nice big mug full of chocolate there. And again, I'll just bring in the MRE spoon to help mix. And already I can smell that rich, dark, chocolatey smell. And I have no problems filling this mug to the top because it is designed for the 500 ml mug on the British water canteen, water bottle. Okay. Rinse the spoon. And quick look at that. So just leave that there for now. I think what we'll do is we'll open the pork casserole. Now this has been boiling again for a good 10-15 minutes. It's extremely hot. Obviously you want to minimise any chance of illness if I'm going to try and eat this. It smells good. That smells very good and looks well. Wow, huge portion, and looks and smells just how I remember it. A pork casserole. We'll have a look at the treacle pudding, and again I've boiled this, made it very hot. Not so much for the bacteria, it's that us Brits do have our puddings hot, and they're really designed and taste much better in that condition, that state. So, oh, melted treacle and a big slab of pudding, dark sponge type pudding. And just because we've got some, obviously you'd probably eat these throughout the day. We'll have a look at the fruits flavoured sweets. Now I think these are variety fruits. Later on they went to just providing one flavour in the bag, but I think these were the better option. You get a mix of them all: orange, lemon, blackcurrant and strawberry, I think. A much nicer combination mix. So, where to start? I want to start with the drinking chocolate. Oh wow. Thick, rich, chocolatey, comforting, sweet. And more importantly, perfect. 15 years old. I keep saying it because I can't get over how well this menu has survived. Again, I should be drinking all of that after the filming. So, let's go straight for the main dish. Now this is pork casserole. There are chunks of potatoes, chunks of carrot, green beans, obviously pork. So let's start with the veggies first. A little bit of green bean and potato there. Nicely salted, nicely peppered. No need for the addition of salt and pepper. There isn't any in this pack anyway, but it's not needed. A tomato, carrot style gravy. Absolutely nothing wrong with the sauce, the gravy and the potatoes. Let's just try a little bit of the pork. 15-year-old pork. Wow. That has chewy texture, but in a good way. It's meat. You know you're eating meat. It's not been cooked so it's so soft. But on the other hand, it's soft enough to appeal to anybody. Perfectly cooked. So more of the carrots. Again, absolutely nothing wrong with that pork casserole. It's a tomato carrot based gravy. Vegetables are nicely cooked. They still have some texture. There's some green bean. Some texture, but not too much. Very nice, very tasty, and still very, very edible. And again, I think when I finish filming, I'm going to finish that. That's too good to waste. Even though it's old, it's still, I never throw any of mine away anyway. When I do these reviews, I do eat them. I usually use them as my main meal of the day. Now, so, treacle pudding. Very thick, stodgy piece of cake there. Now it's got melted treacle on it, melted syrup. Very thick, very heavy, very, very filling. You can see the thickness of that and the density is very dense. But again, Absolutely nothing at all wrong with that pudding. I tasted the melted syrup. It's treacle. It's got that burnt treacle caramelised flavour. Very heavy, very dense, very comforting pudding, and still very, very edible. Wow. Wow. And we'll have a quick look at one of the sweets. There's a nice variety of flavours there. I think that's blackcurrant, orange, possibly cherry, lime and lemon. Let's just try the blackcurrant. I think it's much nicer when you get a mix. As I said, later on they did go to a bag of all the same, and they wasn't of this quality either. These are proper lozenge type sweets, where the later ones were more flat and less quality. Oh, great flavour, as fresh as the day they were put in that bag. They're as fresh, there's no stickiness about them. As fresh as the day they were made. Great tasting sweets. Oops. I'll wash that one, save it for later. So, what do you think of that chocolate? It's a very dark chocolate. Overall summary of the 2004 Menu D 24-hour ORP. Despite being 15 years old, nearly every component is still in tip-top condition. The only thing which seemed to have suffered was the biscuits fruit, and obviously the accessory pack. So with the accessory pack getting a little bit of leakage from that chewing gum, it was that chewing gum that did it. It sort of ruined half of that pack. But those that survived, the tea that survived, the coffee that survived, the wine survived, perfect condition. All of the meals, perfect condition. Not sure about the chicken pate, but that was probably me being overly cautious. That was probably perfectly fine. It smelt fine, tasted slightly flavoured, but it is 15 years old, but could still may well been perfectly edible. So, very successful, very enjoyable, very nice to go back 15 years and have a taste of the British Army ORPs from years gone by. So, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification button for future videos coming very soon. So thank you and goodbye.